Welcome back to my channel, and thank you for joining me today as we delve into a series of dramatic developments unfolding in ABC General Hospital. Today, we will learn about the issue involving Sasha, Michael, Willow, Jason, Anna, and the complicated web of secrets, hidden truths, and romantic entanglements that threaten to change the course of several lives forever. Please stay with me as we examine these main points in comprehensive detail, focusing on the events that have led to this precarious situation where loyalties are tested, hearts are broken, and futures hang in the balance. Sasha, currently pregnant, has made the consequential decision to conceal the identity of her child's biological father. That father is Michael, a man entangled in his own struggle to retain custody of his children with Willow. Sasha is aware that if Michael's indiscretion becomes public knowledge, the repercussions for him could be severe. Michael is determined to maintain his rights and bond with his children, but the fact that he was with Sasha before his divorce from Willow was finalized, if discovered, could wreak havoc on his custody case. To prevent this outcome, Sasha and Jason have cooperated in a bold plan. Jason is posing as the baby's father, shielding Michael from scrutiny. Although this subterfuge might initially seem like a straightforward way to protect Michael, it has far-reaching emotional consequences that none of them could have imagined. Michael's predicament is already complicated. He and Willow have been entangled in legal struggles over parenting responsibilities and the terms of their split. Any hint of immoral or careless behavior on Michael's part could tilt the custody battle in Willow's favor. Sasha's pregnancy, if it is known to be Michael's, might be seen as evidence of infidelity or recklessness, providing more ammunition for those who believe Michael does not deserve full or even partial custody. Consequently, Sasha has accepted that claiming Jason to be the father might be the only viable way to protect Michael's parental rights. Even so, this cover story immediately places Jason in a precarious position, compelling him to lie not just to the public, but also to members of their inner circle who trust him. Meanwhile, Jason faces troubles of his own. He stands accused of killing Cyrus, a high-stakes situation that could send him to prison or worse if he is proven guilty. The truth of that case is layered in mystery. Jason insists he is innocent, and Anna wholeheartedly believes him. Anna has feelings for Jason that date back to when they shared a memorable kiss in Africa. That kiss, though never followed by a formal relationship, bound them together in a lingering emotional tension. Anna perceives a goodness in Jason that others might overlook or misunderstand. Her desire to protect him stems not only from her conviction that he is innocent of Cyrus's death, but also from the glimmer of deep affection that has been silently growing inside her for a long time. Anna's trust and emotional investment add an extra layer to the complicated web in which Jason finds himself ensnared. Jason, for his part, has now grown closer to Sasha. During the unfolding effort to shield Michael from suspicion or scandal, Jason and Sasha have been forced to spend a great deal of time together. They have concocted stories to validate their fake relationship, aligned their accounts so that no one suspects the baby's true paternity, and shown public displays of unity to bolster their fabricated love story. In the process, real feelings have begun to develop between them. Though unspoken and kept under wraps, there is a sense of tenderness that has blossomed beneath all the careful choreography. Sasha notices Jason's silent strength and his willingness to shoulder blame and sacrifice for the people he cares about. Jason admires Sasha's courage, her vulnerability, and her determination to do what she believes is right, no matter the toll it takes on her personal happiness. Still, the facade they have created demands even more drastic measures. Believing that the best way to convince everyone of Jason's fatherhood is to validate the entire story with a formal commitment, they decide to get married. A wedding, in their view, will underscore their supposed devotion. By exchanging vows and presenting themselves as a couple who are truly in love, they hope to prevent anyone from questioning the paternity of the baby. If they are united in the public eye, it will be harder for skeptics, especially those aligned with Willow in the custody battle, to discredit Michael's parental fitness through references to Sasha's pregnancy. So, this elaborate plan is set in motion. Jason and Sasha prepare to walk down the aisle, presenting a wedding as the perfect smokescreen to protect Michael and the unborn child. Anna, upon learning about Jason's impending nuptials, experiences a sense of shock and heartbreak. She recalls the kiss in Africa, the shared moments that signaled something that could have been the start of a romantic union, and the stirring in her heart that told her Jason was special to her. She now realizes that time has marched forward with little resolution of their tension, and that the man she has feelings for is about to marry someone else. The abruptness of this news cuts deep, leaving Anna torn between her longing for Jason, her suspicion that not everything is as it seems, and her sense of moral duty to let him make his own choices. She also questions how it is possible that Jason could transition into a marriage with Sasha so suddenly. Anna, whose investigative instincts are honed by years of experience, quickly suspects that something deeper is going on. The swirl of emotions intensifies when Anna stumbles upon evidence that Jason is not the true father of Sasha's child. She pieces together the circumstances that led Sasha to hide Michael's role in the pregnancy, and she deduces that this wedding is being orchestrated to shield Michael's custody battle from scrutiny. Anna also sees how Jason stands to lose if his lie is exposed, especially at a moment when he is under criminal suspicion for Cyrus's murder. She wrestles with her choices. If she reveals the truth, she might not only protect her own emotional stake in Jason, but also spare him from living a lie that could grow more complex with time. On the other hand, she knows that if she exposes Jason and Sasha's arrangement, Michael might face dire legal consequences. The baby's future, as well as Michael's custodial rights to his other children, may be jeopardized. Anna's feelings for Jason, which she had carefully guarded for so long, now flare up with fresh intensity. She realizes she does not want to lose him, especially in such a contrived scenario where he is entering a marriage of convenience. She also believes that the man she kissed in Africa deserves honesty and liberation from a tangled web of untruths. Yet, she acknowledges that she must tread lightly, because blowing open the secret at the wrong moment or in the wrong way could devastate multiple lives. The wedding day looms, intensifying her sense of urgency. She knows the ceremony is more than just a ruse to convince the public and the courts of Jason and Sasha's relationship. It is a binding contract that might lead Jason to a life he never truly chose, and keep Anna forever on the outside, nursing regrets about what might have been. On the morning of the wedding, tension blankets Port Charles. Sasha, dressed in white, braces herself for the greatest performance of her life, though her heart is heavy. She feels genuine concern for Jason's plight in the murder accusation and is grateful for his willingness to claim her child as his own. She is also aware of her blossoming feelings for him. Yet, she is weighed down by the knowledge that this is not how she imagined her wedding day would be. Instead of walking down the aisle with a man who freely proclaims his love, she is orchestrating a strategic marriage to protect Michael. She hopes, in a corner of her heart, that perhaps these circumstances might transform into real love with Jason. She sees possibilities in him she never saw in anyone else, and wonders if fate might ironically turn a fake marriage into something genuine. Jason, too, readies himself for a day he never thought he would face. He feels the burden of lying to everyone, including Anna, who has always seemed to understand him in ways few others could. The memory of their kiss and the times they spent together swirl in his mind, but he steels himself to carry out the plan. Protecting Michael is paramount, especially after all the sacrifices Michael has made for the people he loves. Michael, being at the center of a bitter custody dispute, deserves whatever support Jason can offer. Jason also recognizes that if people believe he is the father of Sasha's baby, it may deflect any overshadowing scandal from Michael, giving him the best chance to remain in his children's lives. It is an uneasy truth, and Jason tries not to reflect too deeply on how he is also losing the potential for an authentic future with Anna. Meanwhile, Anna is in turmoil. She cannot bear the thought of Jason going through with a wedding that is built on deception. Moreover, her love for him compels her to want to protect him from the consequences of perpetuating such a massive lie. She steels her resolve and decides she must confront Jason at the ceremony, no matter how disruptive it might be. She believes that exposing the truth is the only way to prevent an even greater heartbreak later. On top of that, her silent hope remains that if Jason is forced to drop the charade, he might realize that he truly belongs with her. She acknowledges the risk that he might resent her interference, or that Sasha might be devastated by the public humiliation, but Anna cannot watch the man she cares about lock himself into a lie. As guests gather at the wedding venue, everything appears picture perfect on the surface. The decorations are splendid, the music is poised to begin, and a hush of anticipation hangs in the air. Sasha, glowing despite her internal anxiety, stands ready to say her vows in front of friends, acquaintances, and many who have only begun to suspect a romantic link between her and Jason. Some remain puzzled by the suddenness of the nuptials. Others assume the pregnancy and wedding are simply timely coincidences of love. A few suspect that something might be amiss, but no one dares to speak openly about it. Michael, staying in the background to avoid speculation, prays that the plan will work so his custody battle remains unaffected. Willow, likewise entangled in her own swirl of emotions, watches cautiously. She knows that if the truth about Michael and Sasha emerges, it could upend everything and leave Michael's reputation in tatters. Jason stands at the altar, outwardly stoic, but inwardly filled with tension. He glances around the room, noticing that Anna is not in sight. For a moment, he wonders if she has chosen to stay away entirely, unwilling to watch him marry someone else. Sasha appears, and the music envelopes the setting. She walks down the aisle, presenting a facade of calm, and stands beside Jason, trying to exude confidence that this is the right choice for everyone involved. They exchange scripted vows that have been carefully prepared to reinforce the story of their genuine love. Each line is meant to convince any doubters that Jason and Sasha have harbored feelings for each other for a long time, culminating in this union. Yet, just as the officiant nears the portion of the ceremony where he will pronounce them husband and wife, Anna bursts into the venue. All eyes fall upon her. The officiant pauses, uncertain how to proceed when a longtime friend of the groom suddenly interrupts the service. Guests murmur in confusion, and Sasha's composure cracks as she gazes at Anna, trying to discern her intentions. Jason's heart pounds. He senses that Anna is about to reveal the very truth they have gone to such great lengths to hide. In the silence that falls over the room, Anna steps forward, her eyes fixed on Jason, and she declares that this wedding is based on a lie. The atmosphere turns electric. Guests lean forward in their seats, breath caught in their throats. Sasha's eyes dart around, and she can almost feel her world unraveling in real time. Michael, lurking near the back, feels his stomach lurch because this is precisely the scenario they tried so desperately to avoid. Anna, voice trembling with emotion yet laced with determination, announces that Jason is not the father of Sasha's baby. She explains that Michael is the real father, and that the wedding was orchestrated to deceive everyone and protect Michael from losing custody of his children. A flurry of gasps fills the room. Some cannot believe that stoic, reliable Jason would participate in such an elaborate ruse. Others direct stunned glances at Sasha, who stands frozen beside Jason. In the charged silence that follows, Anna reveals that she did not come simply to expose the charade, but to stop Jason from making a mistake that will lock him into a lifetime of deceit. She admits her own feelings, her lingering love for Jason, which traced back to that singular moment in Africa when they shared a tender kiss. She confesses that she cannot watch him bind himself to a vow that has no authenticity. Anna pleads with Jason to reconsider what he is doing, to recognize that he deserves a life built on truth, not lies. In her fervor, Anna also hints at the risk Jason poses to himself by lying under oath if the matter ever ends up in court and the question of paternity arises. Sasha, tears welling in her eyes, steps forward. She implores Anna to understand the circumstances, to see that this deception was never about personal gain or malicious intent. She says she only wanted to protect Michael. She asserts that she and Jason have formed a bond, and that while it may have started as a facade, real feelings have taken hold. She points out that each of them is willing to sacrifice in order to preserve Michael's custody rights. Sasha asks Anna if she can truly stand by and let Michael lose his children, especially if exposing the truth now leads to a public scandal that devastates his credibility in court. The officiant stands helplessly, uncertain whether he should continue or withdraw while the confrontation intensifies. Anna remains resolute. She understands Sasha's position but also believes in the importance of honesty. She emphasizes that no marriage built on lies can endure without inflicting pain on everyone involved, including the unborn child. She glances back at Jason, who has yet to speak. The entire ceremony hinges on his next words. Jason's mind is awash in conflicting emotions. He has loyalties to Michael, who has been like a brother to him, and he feels real affection for Sasha, whose bravery and determination have drawn him in deeper than he ever expected. Yet, there is no denying the powerful force of Anna's words and the reminder of what they shared. Jason wonders if continuing this sham wedding could lead him down a path of continuous deception and heartbreak, especially when the truth could eventually be uncovered by the courts, the media, or Willow's legal team. In that moment, Jason closes his eyes, reflecting on everything that has brought him to this altar. He remembers the murder accusation, Anna's unwavering support, and the closeness he has felt to Sasha in recent weeks. He also recalls the stolen kiss with Anna in Africa, that single flicker of passion that has never fully faded. He contemplates the repercussions of letting Anna blow everything up right here, right now. If he goes through with the wedding, he might successfully shield Michael for a while, but the cost would be an enduring chain of lies. If he cancels the wedding, Michael might lose everything in the custody dispute, and Sasha might be left humiliated and vulnerable. Jason feels the weight of every hope, fear, and secret swirling around him. All eyes remain on him, waiting for a decision that will determine his destiny, Sasha's fate, Anna's heartbreak or relief, and Michael's future as a father. Anna, her heart pounding, pleads with Jason through her gaze, silently begging him to choose truth, and maybe, by extension, choose her. Sasha steels herself, anticipating the worst but silently hoping that Jason will stand firm, confirm that they share genuine feelings, and finalize the wedding. The assembled guests shift uncomfortably, aware that they are witnessing the unveiling of a secret that might irreversibly change the social terrain of Port Charles. In that suspended breath of time, the entire triangle of Jason, Sasha, and Anna hangs on the cusp of transformation. If Jason denies Anna's words, they can proceed with the wedding, sealing themselves into a covenant of pretense. If he admits that Anna is telling the truth, the wedding will collapse, leaving Sasha's future uncertain, Michael's custody in jeopardy, and Anna's motivations on full display for the entire town to judge. The final question is, does Jason place loyalty to Michael above all else, or does he seize the chance to live his life without the crushing burden of lies, potentially forging a path with Anna? Regardless of his decision, the consequence will be dramatic. If Jason goes through with the wedding, Anna may leave in dismay, her revelation having served no purpose other than to create tension and momentarily stall the ceremony. Jason and Sasha will have to reaffirm their plan, doubling down on the lie. They will have to show the world that nothing can disrupt their vow to spend their lives together, thus reinforcing the story that he is the father of her child. On the other hand, if Jason stops the wedding, Sasha will have to deal with the fallout of a very public unveiling of Michael's secret. Michael could potentially lose custody, a horrifying outcome he has been working desperately to avoid. Willow might discover everything and use it against him, shattering his credibility and leaving him with limited or no visitation rights. Sasha might end up losing the new feelings she has begun to harbor for Jason, as her trust and sense of security collapse. Anna's emotional stake is just as high. She took a bold risk by barging into the ceremony, unveiling secrets that were never hers to expose in the first place. The heartbreak of watching Jason marry another woman, especially when she suspects it's all built on untruth, propelled her to do something drastic. Anna's hope is that this is the only chance to change Jason's course. If he rebukes her revelation and completes the vows, she may never have another opportunity to fight for him. She could find herself grappling with deep regret, haunted by the question of whether she should have revealed her knowledge earlier or pressed the matter differently. Conversely, if Jason heeds her plea, Anna might become entangled in the backlash from Michael, Sasha, and anyone else who blames her for potentially ruining Michael's custody chances. Even though the immediate tension is centered on the wedding, there remains the question of whether Jason will also be able to clear his name in the Cyrus murder case. Anna's unwavering belief in Jason's innocence suggests that she would do anything to prove his non-involvement, but the scandal around Sasha's baby might overshadow the resources needed to investigate who truly killed Cyrus. The swirl of drama could distract everyone, possibly allowing the real killer to slip through the cracks. It might take every ounce of Anna's investigative skill to unravel not only the lie about the baby but also the truth behind Cyrus's death. For Sasha, the stakes extend beyond love and appearances. She is carrying a life inside her, a child who will be profoundly shaped by the decisions made here today. She has been desperate to provide a stable future for this baby, free from the stigma that might come if the father's name is tainted by a legal dispute. She looks at Jason and wonders if there is an alternative that doesn't involve lies. She contemplates whether she can be strong enough to face the possible fallout if the truth comes out now, rather than later. Perhaps there could be a more honorable way to handle the entire mess, one that acknowledges Michael as the biological father while still upholding his capacity to be a good parent. But in this moment of crisis, the orchestrated wedding was the only solution she saw, and she cannot help but feel both helpless and culpable for bringing everyone to this precipitous moment. Michael, although he is not standing at the altar, is in many ways the linchpin of the entire drama. If Anna's exposure leads to a public acknowledgement of his paternity, the custody battle may tilt decisively against him. He is more than aware of Willow's readiness to use any perceived wrongdoing on his part in the legal fight over the children. He remembers how fragile his reputation became during previous challenges. He had pinned his hopes on Jason's decency and sense of loyalty, believing that Jason's feigned fatherhood of Sasha's child would remain unquestioned. Now, with Anna's unexpected arrival and confession, that plan teeters on the brink of ruin. Michael must confront whether his quest for custody has led him to condone a lie that could tear apart the fabric of many relationships. And so we arrive at the threshold of a pivotal moment in the ABC General Hospital storyline. It is not just a wedding that hangs in the balance, but the fates and hearts of multiple characters whose lives have become intricately interwoven. Sasha, pregnant and torn between the father of her child and the man who volunteered to protect her, must watch as her carefully constructed plan falls under the unforgiving glare of public scrutiny. Jason, stoic and burdened with secrets, is forced to choose between loyalty to his closest friend and the prospects of an authentic life, whether with Anna, Sasha, or on his own terms. Anna, driven by love and conscience, puts everything on the line to prevent a lifetime of regret, believing that a single truthful moment might give Jason the freedom he deserves. In the swirling vortex of these dramatic events, viewers are left asking, will Jason dismiss Anna's revelation and marry Sasha, preserving the lie and safeguarding Michael's custody battle at the cost of his own truth? Or will he break off the ceremony, confirming Anna's story and potentially sacrificing Michael's future with his children while claiming a chance at a genuine relationship with the woman who has risked everything to expose the charade? Could there be yet another path forward, one that reconciles the need for honesty with the hope of protecting Michael and ensuring the baby's security? These are the burning questions that will shape Port Charles and every character involved in this intense saga. Whichever path is chosen, the fallout is guaranteed to be explosive. Betrayals may need years to mend, hearts could be irreparably broken, and alliances torn asunder. Yet, in the chaos of heartbreak and shifting allegiances, there might be an opportunity for redemption, for a new beginning free of deceit. Whether that redemption materializes depends on how willing each person is to confront the truth, even if it means paying a heavy price in the short run. Thank you for joining me today as we explored this intricate storyline. We have learned about the issue at the heart of this complex situation. Sasha's hidden pregnancy by Michael, Jason's sacrifice in posing as the father, the looming wedding meant to lend authenticity to their ruse, Anna's unexpected decision to expose the truth in an effort to save Jason and possibly win his love, and the far-reaching ramifications for Michael, Willow, and everyone else caught in the crossfire. Stay tuned for what happens next as the characters of ABC General Hospital confront this crescendo of lies and revelations, and as we all wait to see whether honesty, love, and genuine connection can prevail over deception and fear. This story promises to continue pushing the limits of loyalty, trust, and sacrifice, and we can only watch with bated breath to discover how they will pick up the pieces after the wedding that was never meant to be or that might go forward despite everything. Only time, and the next dramatic developments, will tell how the fate of these characters is ultimately decided.